Hi, I'm Jimmy, and this is my Ironman progress video.
And I just about missed it. I was not paying attention. I was too busy doing something else. 97 smithing completed. That's, I think it's going to be, yeah, rune kite shields that I'm never going to make. I think this is going to be the last level that I get at Blast Furnace. I've got 7,000 mithril ore left to go. Nothing else really. I'm going to get through all of it. I don't think I need absolutely all of it, but it's close enough that it's going to be pretty much everything. So yeah, we're going to keep going with that and see how far we can get. Okay, well, that is literally the one and only proper clip in this entire video. Unfortunately, that's all I could really get this week, this 2 weeks. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of an explanation. It's going to be another ramble video, so if you're not into that, then that's fine. You can head off, but I am going to be talking about some RuneScape stuff and some outside, the real world stuff. So, to begin with, this clip, this extra long clip, is me doing the last of my ores at Blast Furnace. It's literally the last bit, so I'll have all of my mithril done, all of the gold, all the addy and the rune, all completely done. Which is, it's great, it's another milestone completed. However, after this, the next bit of goal is also going to be an insanely long grind that's not that interesting and not a lot's going to happen other than just the occasional level. Slayer, it's a lot easier to get some good clips because sometimes you'll get a cool drop and there's a clip that you can put in, but this is just, I'm going to be hitting an anvil for the next, probably weeks, maybe, like, I should maybe be able to get 99 before the next video comes out, so at least then I'll have something to show you. But then after that, I'm going to be camping blue dragons for the next month, and that's also going to be, I'll probably have to throw in another ramble video there to talk about some more stuff, because it's just, these grinds are just not that interesting. They're hard to pass off to you guys for actual content, because I just kill mundane monsters over and over again for weeks on end, and it's not that interesting. And I'd like to have, if I'm putting content out, I would like it to be interesting for you. I don't want it to be stupid. So that's about that with all the content that's going to be coming out. Let's talk about why it's taking so long. One of the reasons is obviously it's a long grind that it just takes some time. So, smithing and prayer are both just long grinds that on Ironman anyway. They just take their time. It's done when it's done. Other than that, I have a few things that are taking priority in my life right now. Some of you may have listened to the end of the last video. I talked about I have a new daughter. She's currently 4 weeks old, or nearly 4 weeks old. By the end of this week she will be. So that's taken up a lot of my time. I have a little bit of free time when she falls asleep, but if she wakes up, then I have to drop everything and I'm going to go help my girlfriend out with making sure that she's okay. So that takes up a lot of time, especially considering I do have a full-time job as well. So I'm working my full-time job. Once I'm finished, I'm looking after her so my girlfriend can have, a bit of a nap or something, and she can just relax. So I take over the baby duties for the afternoons. And of course we are sharing the workload, so sometimes she's feeling okay and I don't have to take over mandatory in the day, and sometimes I can have a break from my work and I just go and chill with the little one. So that's, a large chunk of my time is there. It gets easier, apparently, from what I've heard. Eventually she'll start sleeping more regularly and we'll get into a better position, and maybe I can do some more progress for you. But for now, my priority is completely on her. And as well as that, before maybe a month ago, I stopped playing RuneScape for a bit because of the New World release. I was super excited to try out New World. However, the game's kind of not in a very good place at the moment. I'm sure they're going to be able to fix it, but at the moment it's not in a great spot. So that game's kind of slowly dying out. There are bugs that are ruining the economy. The Zerg clans are basically running entire servers and making it worthless for anybody else to even attempt. So I did spend maybe a couple of weeks playing that, not playing RuneScape, so that took my my time to max down quite a bit. But since then I've stopped. However, as soon as I stopped playing New World, Jagex decided to release Group Ironman, which has now also taken up a large chunk of my time. I have started a Group Ironman with a bunch of friends. We've had some ups and downs, really. I think one of our players has already stopped playing, mostly. We have another one of our players who has only just started, a couple of weeks in. He's just started playing now. One of my friends has gotten... His workload has basically tripled, so he's barely able to do more than chop wood. And that just leaves me and one of my other friends who are playing it, so it's just the two of us in a 5-man team, and I'm not sure whether that would make for good content. So I'm debating whether I should keep playing for my friends, but also I'm not sure whether it's good content just to see essentially what is a main account, because we're just questing at the start of the game and go into the group storage and get all of your quest items from the group storage. In fact, I'm the one who's delivering the quest items, so I'm just paying extra money so that for every time I want to do a quest, because I'm buying it for everybody else. So at the moment, I don't know whether it would be that interesting for me. I'd love to know if people would care, if you would like to see something like that anyway. I would do them in between the weeks that I post these progress videos, so you'd be getting content every week instead of just every 2 weeks, but that would be the two different accounts. So I'm not too sure whether to keep that, or maybe I just stay the Group Ironman by myself, do that as something completely separate, or at least wait until the early game's gone. Maybe my friends start picking it up a bit more, and then we can do some group bossing, and maybe that would be interesting content. But as I say, I'd love to hear your comments on it. If anyone is still listening this far into the video, then please let me know what you're thinking in terms of that. Now, another thing that's come up. Many of you may know that I have, in the past, I've played Final Fantasy XIV, specifically during Shadowbringers. I was very, very into it. It was around the time that I was doing... for a few years I was doing it, but particularly that's why I completed some of those long grindy goals, rune crafting and mining and that kind of stuff. It was all done relatively early on because I was playing Final Fantasy XIV so often. And these are things that you could do AFK. So, in case anybody doesn't know, in approximately, I think it's around 20-something days from now, from this recording, on the 19th of November, the pre-patch for the new expansion comes out. Where it's early access, basically. And I've been getting back into the hype again, and it looks like me and my girlfriend are probably going to try and download it once again. So that means that a lot of my time is also going to be taken up with that. Now, luckily, a lot of the stuff that I'm doing is very AFK. The only thing that's not going to be AFK is Wilderness Altar for the prayer XP. I should be able to do smithing, and I should be able to do killing blue dragons relatively AFK whilst I'm playing that game. So that's okay, but it is probably, it won't be very, even though it's AFK, it probably won't be very efficient AFK. I will probably forget to click on something whilst I'm doing something very intensive on the game, so that may also affect it. And all I can say is I'm sorry about that, but we do have an end in sight, I'm happy to say. We can see that there is a goal. I've promised for the past 3 years that this is the year that I'm going to max, and I've always fallen short, and I'm now 2 skills away, with one of them being already banked and ready to go. So I'm hoping to God that I can do this. So I really wish that I can get this all sorted this year, so I don't have to wait. Worst comes to worst, I'll just have to leave it till early next year, because there are, as I say, specifically my daughter is a #1 priority out of everything. So that's a non-negotiable. If I'm not able to do this maxing, then that's fine. We save it till next year again. But I'm hoping to push. I am going to keep playing At this point, it's no matter if I'm getting bored of the game, I'm going to do this AFK crap, and I'm going to get the levels that I need. And I'm going to do this. Regardless of if it's this year or next year, we are going to max at some point. I promise you. And I think that's just about everything that I wanted to talk about in this video. So, I want to thank anybody who has gotten this far. Please comment on anything that you've thought about in this entire video. If you've got a point on anything, just leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear what you guys think so I can make content better for you, rather than just keep doing crap that you don't care about. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm probably going to be streaming again a bit more regularly, especially when Endwalker comes out. I'm going to be doing some stuff, so I'll probably have that going whilst I'm AFKing something on RuneScape on the stream for you. So feel free to come drop by twitch.tv/JimmerPickles. And of course, as always, peace.